Today our objective is to explain how the Aztec and Inca empires were impacted by European exploration and colonization. Specifically today we're going to look at how they were conquered by small military forces from Spain. This includes the Aztecs, who were conquered by Cortez, and the Incas, who were conquered by Pizarro. Let's take a look at the Aztecs first. The Aztecs were conquered by Hernando Cortez. In 1519, Cortez sailed from Cuba to Mexico. Once they arrived, the Emperor Montezuma actually treated the Spaniards like gods. The people there had never seen people like Cortez and his men, and they showered them with gifts and gold and gave them a place to stay. However, they began to suspect something was up, and these men truly were not gods. And later, the Spaniards were kicked out of Tenochtitlan, the capital city. Cortez and his men went around the area, gathering up people, enemies of the Aztecs, and making alliances with them. And there were plenty of people to work with, because a lot of the city-states in the Aztec Empire were really tired of Aztec rule. They had been conquered. They had not chosen to be part of the empire. So they were willing to join up with Cortez and his men and try to conquer the Aztecs. So in 1521, Cortez, a small group of men, and a large group of Native Americans, tens of thousands, returned to Tenochtitlan and attacked. And essentially the Native American weapons, which were clubs and spears and bows, were simply no match for the Spanish weapons from Europe, which included guns, armor, steel swords, shields, horses, and cannons. What about the Incas? The Incas were conquered by Francisco Pizarro. In 1530, Pizarro sailed on his third expedition from Europe to the New World. And he happened to arrive at the end of the Incan Civil War. Turns out that smallpox had been racing through the Inca Empire before Pizarro even arrived. And one of the people who died as a result of smallpox was the emperor. The emperor had two sons, and it wasn't clear which one of them should rule the empire. So people took sides, and it started a long and brutal civil war in the Inca Empire. It had just been settled, and this is when Pizarro arrived. This is what he found when he got there. So once again, they were no match for these advanced weapons from Spain. The guns and the steel and the cannons and the use of horses in combat simply could not compete. And Pizarro ambushed the Incas, murdered the emperor, and eventually conquered the city of Cuzco in 1533. Pizarro then went to establish a new capital in the city of Lima, Peru. And the Incas, who had been conquered, were forced to convert to Christianity and to work at hard labor for their new masters. And that is the impact that European exploration and colonization had on the Inca and Aztec empires.